Welcome everyone to the Wolves Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Imperial Death Trooper. These guys are from the upcoming Rogue One movie, and since we don't know a lot about them yet, let's take a look at the little information on the back that they give us. The Imperial Death Trooper. The elite soldiers of Imperial intelligence Death Troopers are encased in specialized stormtrooper armor with a dark, ominous gleam. These soldiers serve as bodyguards and enforcers for Director Krennic, a highly placed officer within the Advanced Weapons Research Division of the Empire. So Director Krennic is if you've seen the trailer, is the Imperial officer with the white outfit and the cape. So we probably should be seeing a lot of these guys in the movie. I think these guys were even in the trailer, from what I remember. I haven't watched it recently. So let's open him up and take a closer look at the figure. And here we have the Death Trooper removed from packaging. Let's take a look at his articulation. His head does rotate all the way around. Does not move back at all, but he can look down. So he's got a nice movement down, but just not up. Arms do rest at the side there pretty well, and they do rotate at the shoulders, 360, and he can move them up to the side, 90 degrees. He's got a nice elbow bend, and then his wrists rotate. Oh, his elbows also rotate. Forgot to mention that. And his wrists do move in and out. So both of his wrists move in and out like that. Torso can move side to side and rotate. And it moves back a fair amount and forward a fair amount also. Legs do move out about that far, so not very far to the side, but they can move forward quite well, 90 degrees. And he's got the thigh swivel there. Nice double jointed knees. He gets the full range of double jointed knees there. And his ankles do move up and down and pivot all around. So he's got nice movement in the feet. And so he's got pretty typical, Black Series articulation, so it's pretty good overall. Now let's take a closer look at some of the details on the figure. First, let's take a look at his weapons. He does come with two of them. First one is this blaster rifle. Both his weapons are done in this kind of greenish gray plastic. And the only paint detail on either of the weapons is this red stripe right there. Otherwise they're solid color. But they are very detailed, very nice looking weapons. So there's the blaster rifle, here's the pistol. Alright, let's take a look at the figure himself. As you can see, he is mostly all black. There are gray details, like in his arms and legs, some on his chest, but mostly it's just all black armor covering the figure. And as when I read the back of the packaging, it said the armor gleamed. Well, this is indeed a very shiny plastic, as you can see it shining, the light shining off of it. So they did not dull coat it in any way. And as I look over the figure here with you guys, you'll notice that it is very reminiscent of a stormtrooper. It's got a lot of details that you would expect on a stormtrooper, but also it's got a unique look of its own. You can see that a lot in the head sculpt here. It's very reminiscent of a stormtrooper, but it's also got its own unique look, especially like in the face mask here. you know, you'd look at it and think of a stormtrooper mask, but it doesn't kind of have like the mouth on it or anything. It's got more of this gas masky look. But it still looks like a stormtrooper. You got the nice clasps here holding the armor onto the body there. These rubbery shoulder pieces don't get in the way, which is really nice. So they just kind of float up as you move the shoulder up and down. He's got belt is also made of a rubbery plastic, so that doesn't get in the way when you try to move the legs up or down. It just kind of moves out of the way, which is nice. And like I said, as you look at the belt and you see, like, you know, this detail, you remember that from other stormtroopers, a lot of the pouches, the backpack with, you know, those symbols on there that you'll remember from all the stormtroopers. Just fun fact, when I was a kid, I always used to think that said oil, so that you needed to oil your stormtroopers, apparently. Let's see, moving down here. A lot of nice details, a lot of layering on the armor, which is nice. You see like the grayish underneath armor or clothing, and then you've got the outer black armor. Got this rubbery piece on the knee here. It's only on the one knee. I don't know what it signifies, but it's a rubbery piece that's glued on there. And then we got this loop for his weapons. I'll get to that in a second. You'll see more of the texturing on the gray underclothing there. Some nice details of the armor there. And both arms are different as far as what they've got on them. So let's take a look at that belt loop. So he does have the two guns, and they both sort of fit in the belt loop. I don't really know the best way to put them in there. You know, they fit, but they look kind of awkward when you put them in there. You know, maybe that's the way that should go in. I don't know. It just doesn't quite look right. You can even fit the blaster rifle in there if you do this. You know, but again, that looks kind of awkward. You know, so maybe that's not even supposed to go in there. Try it the other way. Looks pretty much the same. So you can fit them in there, they just don't look natural. They don't look like, you know, like there's a proper way to put them in there. They just kind of hang out kind of weird. The guns do fit in his hands well. Pop that right in there. Fits nice and snug. Same with the blaster rifle. Fits snugly in his hand. Put the other hand up there. There we go. Get a nice tight fit. So the guns do fit in his hands well. Alright, so now that we've seen the figure, what do I think of the figure? A couple negatives I have about this figure are, first off, the belt loop I think was a nice idea, but it doesn't quite work as intended. Just the guns just do not fit in the loop well, so it's not a very good holster. Second is an aesthetic thing. It's the black, the shiny black armor. I wish it was a duller coat. You know, it may be movie accurate that it's supposed to be gleaming armor, just according to the back of the packaging, but I would just prefer a duller coat. Other than that, I really do like the figure. I think it has, you know, it's typical Black Series figure articulation, but that's a good articulation, so you can get a lot of nice poses and movements out of the figure. So it is a really nice, good-looking figure. It's a very familiar look, but also a new, unique look. So it's a good new Stormtrooper to add to your army. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, and hope to see you all soon for another review here at the Wolves Den. Thanks for watching.